Welcome to Eternal Elements Learning Podcast, brought to you by Atyasa Online. These podcasts are a part of the audio certificate programs on Atyasa Online. You're free to take these podcasts on your desired portal also, should you only wish to learn on the go. Thank you so much for engaging on these podcasts, and you can connect with the author on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. Hi, this is Niket Karajagi. Welcome to Eternal Elements Podcast. We're talking about strategy. It's brought to you by Atyasa Online. We're talking about the grand strategies. In my earlier podcast, I talked about the grand strategy of concentrated growth, where I said that in this strategy, the firm directs all its efforts towards the profitable growth through a single product, single market, single dominant technology. Advantages for sure, because you're working on core competence. The second strategy, which is again ranked quite close to the concentration strategy and probably the safest one to deploy too, is the grand strategy of market development. In this strategy, a firm uses the same product through certain cosmetic changes and starts creating new markets. That means it's a related market, it's quite a similar market, and it's expanding into the market through market development. So the grand strategy of marketing the products, which are existing products, with a few cosmetic changes to customers which are related to the market, is the market development strategy. The whole idea here is that the same product, through certain minimal changes, adjustments, can expand into the other spaces of the market and therefore get in a lot more revenues. Let's take an example to understand this. Shaving cream was earlier sold in tubes or maybe in form of foam. Now these were pretty large in their size, and therefore what happened is that the companies realized that people who tend to travel, if they carry small packets of the shaving lather, probably the sales could go up. And therefore there was a cosmetic change where the shaving cream was now available in small pouches. And then what happened was, all of a sudden, for the same product, a new market opened up, which was the market of people who were traveling. Makes a lot of sense. And actually, the same product created utility in a different area. The same thing applies to the product called Vaseline. Now, Vaseline was the product of petroleum jelly, which came in certain predetermined packets, and they were repackaged in a way that they were brought into pocket-sized tubes called the lip therapy Vaseline tubes. And that made a lot of difference, because now you had Vaseline available in form of a tube, the same petroleum jelly available to prevent chapped lips. Amazing. People could carry it along with them. Makes a lot of sense for sure. Apple has been doing a lot of these kind of adjustments on their phones, and they've been able to penetrate markets. For instance, every time the phone is actually becoming kind of obsolete, or there is a new version of the phone available, what they tend to do is the same product with maybe a few changes here and there, or maybe no changes at all, just a cosmetic change of pricing, and suddenly the new market opens up. Amazing, isn't it? Market development, like I said, is least costly and least risky of all the 15 strategies, because you already have the product, you've done all your development, and all you're doing is, with the same product, by making certain cosmetic changes, even changes in possibly the distribution channels or tweaking your supply chain, you could actually bring the product out into a different market altogether without really investing much in terms of the research and development. And that's the best part of the market development grant strategy. Go ahead. If you think that your product can be moved into different markets through certain changes, it can be amazing. Telecom industry does that. They offer the basic product and a whole lot of value-added services, and these are incremental services that can be offered with the core product primarily being the airtime that's available for people, and suddenly a new market opens up for them. Thank you very much. This is Niket Karajagi talking to you on Eternal Elements. I spoke about market development. In my next podcast, I'm going to take up the grand strategy of product development. So while you can attempt concentration growth, you can also attempt market development. And you could also move to the product development. And like I said, pick and choose your strategies in a way that find out what's going to be the best for you to succeed. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next podcast. Bye-bye. This is Niket Karajagi signing off from Eternal Elements, and I shall see you again in the next podcast.